first I'd like to say thank you for having me do this interview with you.
Sure.
And so your name's Robby.
I'm the bassist, sometimes singer.
Yes. Why did you guys choose to release Rebel Beat as the new single?
We kind of let the record company choose the single because they're the ones who have to go out and try to get people to play it on the radio.
Yep.
So we usually let them choose. So that's the song they thought would be best.
Were you happy with that decision?
Yeah, it seems to be doing really well. So I think it's a good start.
Awesome. So how does your new album, Magnetic, differ from your last album?
We recorded this record kind of like a song at a time. Like John would work on a demo and kind of get a song together with a producer, and Mike and I would come in and we'd play on the song, and we'd finish that song and we'd move on to the next song, sometimes with the same producer.
Yep.
Sometimes with somebody completely different. And in the past, we had recorded like all the drums at one time for the whole album, and then we'd record all the guitars at one time and all the basses at one time, and we ended up spending an awful lot of time working on songs, like a big group of songs, and so we thought that it would be better to try to focus on one song at a time for this record. So that's what we did.
That's awesome. Let's see. We have a fan question from Kristen, and she would like to know, is there any song that's new or old that you wish the band released?
Is there any song, new or old, of ours?
Yes.
That we, what, you mean as a single or something like that?
Yeah, maybe a song that you guys wrote but never released in an album or as a single.
Oh, I see. It's funny. Like, most of the songs that we get together kind of end up on our records. We don't have a whole lot of unreleased songs, really. We have a few demos, but we've never really finished a song and not released it. Maybe one or two.
Yeah.
But with those songs, there was a reason we didn't release them in the first place. So,
yeah.
I don't feel like those should have ever come out.
Yeah. So you're happy with all that you've released so far?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Good. What has been one of the Goo Goo Dolls' biggest accomplishments?
I think one, staying around as a band in one form or another for 26 years is a pretty huge accomplishment.
Yeah, that is a big accomplishment. So your summer tour that you are co-headlining with Matchbox 20 kicks off in Manchester, New Hampshire on June 25th. What can fans expect to see or hear on this tour, such as the set list, the stage?
Well, I think you got two bands that have a lot of songs, that have been on the radio.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be, a pretty great night of music for people, who love that kind of music.
Yeah.
The tour has been, all the ticket sales have been really great. And, I'm just excited, man. I can't believe it took this long.
Yeah, good tour ahead of you guys coming.
Yeah. What's that?
You have a good tour coming up for you guys.
Yeah, it should be great. It should be great. I've never met them before, actually.
Oh, really?
I've met them briefly, but I've never hung out with them before. So, but I hear they're really nice guys. So, I'm excited to get it going.
Yeah, exactly. What are your favorite Goo Goo Dolls song lyrics out of all the albums that you have released?
I don't know, man. That's really hard. There's too many of them. I just can't answer that one.
All right. Do you have a quote or a saying that you live by?
Do I have a quote or saying? Oh, man. That's a hard one. I can't think of anything right now. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Sometimes people have a quote that they live day to day or something, so I didn't know if you had something like that.
No, I don't really have a credo.
And my last question is, what can we expect to see from the Goo Goo Dolls in the future?
Well, like you said, in the near future, there's a tour coming up.
Yep.
I know we're going overseas and doing a bunch of shows, and I don't know. Just being in the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
Whatever we do next.
Yeah, never know. What websites can we find the Goo Goo Dolls on?
We're at googoohdolls.com.
And you can find everything on there, Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, everything's there.
Awesome.
Everything's there.
Awesome.
Hits and fan goodies and all sorts of good stuff.
Mhm. All right, and that's all I have for you today.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you very much.